is a very nosy question. Have you guys figured out yet that I'm an open book? I will tell you anything you want to know, except for the color of my underwear. But what I'm going to have you do is on the front of your catalog, remember I told you that we would talk about that top label in the top right-hand corner later? All right, so that is a very nosy question. And if you ask me a question, either that one or something else that comes to mind, I'm going to let you have a card. To progress to round 2, to get a chance to walk away with one of these, you have to have a card. Okay, this is called Stealing Hearts. That will come into play later. So who wants to be the first nosy person and ask me the question on their catalog?
Do you earn monthly bonuses?
I do earn monthly bonuses. Every month, Paper Chef dangles some kind of a carrot that if I just step out of my house twice in that month and do 2 shows a month, I'm going to get something for free.
How long have you been doing it?
This is actually into my 11th year with Paper Chef.
Catalog sales?
Catalog sales? Like,
So if we were to go online.
yes, there's another show type that I do. Not only do I do cooking shows, but I do online/catalog shows. We can set up on Facebook. You can take online orders. We also do fundraisers, and I also do bridal showers and housewarming and things like that. So yes, there are different options that go along with that. Good question.
How much time do you spend at a chef?
Usually I try to be in and out of here in 2.5 hours. Okay, I came a half hour before. You guys are actually a long crowd, so it took us kind of a while to go through all of our introductions. But this is ready to go. We're going to feed you, and we're going to get you out of here so that we're not under here. But you guys can hang out with Wanda as long as she lets you. You do not need to know how to cook. The first show I ever went to is when I got intrigued with the business part of it. And my husband still laughs at me at this day because he's like, you still burn a grilled cheese. And I used to be a 2-ingredient cook, like bread and cheese, grilled cheese. Okay, now I've upped it to 3 or 4 ingredients. Milk and cereal was my 2 favorite. And so, but Paper Chef gives you such easy recipes that go along with your products, you don't even need to know how to cook to do this.
What do you do outside the cooking show?
I'll come back to you next. Outside the cooking show, I do have a team of consultants now. I'm a director of the Paper Chef, so I train them. Prep for the individual show itself, I have to set her up on my website. It took about 30 seconds. I actually let Rochelle do it. And then a couple of phone calls and emails or texts with the hostess. We have 1 phone call at the end to wrap up everything when she does her order. But really, the bulk of the time is spent here. Everything else is pretty much just kind of catching up. And then like I said, I have a team underneath me. I train them. And we have a monthly meeting once a month. But other than that, it's really easy.
When you start out with the kit,
yes.
How much does the kit cost?
There are 2 kit options. If you flip to the very back of your catalog, it will show you the 2 kit options. The large kit is $159. There is $545 worth of value in that kit. Do you guys see the stuff that is in there? Mm-hmm. That smaller kit is the $99 kit. And let me show you real quickly. This is the bag that it comes in. Now, there are other direct sales companies out there that sell bags. And if you're familiar with that, about approximately how much you think this bag is worth?
Like $80.
$80? Okay. It's I have no idea. 40, 50, probably up there. If you notice, there is the simple slicer that we used earlier. That's about a $30 value. The manual food processor is a $49 value. And then the large round stone, let's just pick that, is around a $30 value. So that's only 3 products in the bag for $99. All right? I don't know about you, but you don't need to take a second mortgage out to start your own business. And you literally could buy that kit, get a pack of pens, and do this business. If you take it on 4 dates and you absolutely hate it, we do not have to get a divorce. Okay? We just have to say, it's not for me. So I don't know about you, but would you get something to try for 4 times to see if you like it? That's really all Paper Chef is asking you to do, is to try it 4 times and see if you like with that $99 kit. They'll never come back and take your kit from you. All of that is yours to keep. So that was an excellent question. Yes, ma'am.
What if I already have most of the items in the new consultant?
That has happened. There are some people, one of the first consultants I ever signed on my team, she had hosted for me 6 times before she became a consultant. Then when she became a consultant, we went to home office and she won the shopping spree through the warehouse. Her husband still growls at me because she got 22 boxes from that shopping spree. But she had everything. So what she did is she left it in the boxes, and when, like, the kid's school said, do you have a raffle item? She's like, sure, here's a batter bowl. And when she had a wedding to go to, she's like, oh, here's a bar pan. You know, so she was able to use those things. Now, there are some things you like to have 2 of. Like, I have to have 2 of these, so what if they need one at home, or if I'm cooking cookies or things like that. So I don't mind duplicates of some of the things. Other things I usually give away in some way, shape, or form. What's the question?
What if I have the same question she had?
The same ones on your catalog? Uh-oh. I didn't mess that one up. Think of something like, think of something else.
just have a question.
Yes.
Why do you videotape?
I have a team of 40 consultants,
Oh, okay.
and they are across the U.S. So, and we are growing by the day. And so I have been challenged actually by my director to video my show so that I can send it to them, so that they're not necessarily watching somebody they don't know, because we have training videos online, but they don't know that consultant.
Mm-hmm.
So they know me, and we've built some kind of rapport, a relationship, so it's easier for them to connect because they've seen.
So you use email?
Yeah, I'm actually using an app called Quick Video, and so it uploads to their server, and I just send them the link. It'll be done by the time I get home.
Can you get replacement parts for mobile devices?
It depends on how old the item is. There are some things, they may not have the handle anymore. That's a really good question, because we used to have the handle that went with that. If it's an older item, they could possibly have it in the warehouse. If it's not on our list, usually I suggest going on eBay. That's another place that people sell things like that, that are either old consultants, you know, or things like that. As an active consultant, we cannot do that. That is totally against the rules. But if you're an old consultant, you retired from the business, and you're trying to, you know, you had an extra one, that's another place people have them. Cool, good question. So we can eat.
So do you make money off of me?
I do. So when you join my team, Paper Chef actually gives me a bonus. So during the course of the month, whatever I sell, whatever my team sells, they lump them all together in one big pot, and they give me 3% of that as a director. So they do not take from them to give to me, and they don't pay me for me to pay them. Okay, we all individually get paid, and because they're on my team, I get what we call that your override. You get your 3% override. And then as an activity bonus, what happens is every time they submit a show, let's say in the current month I had 20 people submit a show, I would get $10 for each one of them. So that helps me to cover the cost it has with training them, or to accomplish my time, or things, little prizes that I may buy, things like that.
What is the time frame for training?
Usually what I suggest is I had never been to a show before, except for the one I attended and then signed. So I really had no product knowledge at all. So I went to 2 more shows with my director, because you observe it with a different set of eyes than with you here as a guest tonight. So I went to 2 more shows. And then I just started booking shows. And I fly by the seat of my pants. That's just my personality. They sent me a big binder, and now they have everything online. I did not read that binder. I would reference it when I needed to, but I didn't sit there and read everything. Now what they do is they have an online training center. So if you'd like to do training at 6 o'clock in the morning, you can go online and watch a quick video, take a quick quiz, and you've now just learned what it's like to use a large round stone or a large bar pan. So they try to cover all the different kinds of learning styles. So whether you want to come with me and we have one-on-one, whether you want to watch things on the video online, if you want to read, they have that. So there's many different ways to train. But really, you could sign today and start doing shows tomorrow. It's not easy.
What do you like most hobby in?
Probably the biggest thing I like is definitely interaction with people. I have learned to become more of a people person through this, and I can feel like I'm a better public speaker through this. It has definitely taught me to cook. I am more confident in the kitchen than I used to be. In addition to that, it allows me to get away from the small children that I once wanted to stay home with. And then I also earned a bling with Paper Chef. This is my excellence bracelet that I earned last year. It's a symbol of my sales. And so I met the requirements 2 years in a row. And so this will eventually have 5 charms before they change the program over again. So I really like that. And then we also travel every year. So do you remember where I'm going, Pat? No. Okay, last year, in 2013, I earned a trip to Punta Cana, Dominican Republic. I just got my envelope yesterday. So everything is covered. It is 7 days, 6 nights. It's an all-inclusive resort at the Hard Rock, so everything is covered. Just happens to be during my birthday, and my husband's is the next day. So we will spend our birthday on a beach with a beverage. I'm sure he'll be on the golf course, completely free. Everything is free. The only thing I'm saving my quarters for is the slot machines. And then this year, they just announced in December that in 2014, all year we will work towards it, to take a trip in 2015 to Disney Land in California. Let me tell you how psyched my kids are. And this is 15, 18 months away. And they each have a coin jar, and they are putting coins in there. That's when they can spend it all in Disneyland. And they are sometimes we just go on a plane, and they get to go to Disneyland in California. So it's very cool. 5 years ago, Paper Chef sent us to Disney World, and we opted to drive. So when you do that, they allow you to take a travel allowance, and they just give you that cash right back in your paycheck because you didn't fly. So we have taken a total of 5 trips with Paper Chef, and that is why I continue this business, because budget-wise, vacation is not in the budget. We have young children, my husband works a lot out of town, and it's just not something like that we can budget for every year. So this guarantees me a travel every year. And I could buy them if I wanted to. I just choose to not let them have more passport stamps than I do. So we'll take them to Disney because that is for a family of 4. Punta Cana is for 2. I could buy them in, but it's just going to be me and Joe. So I'm really excited about that.